Hello.
Hello.
How are you guys?
We're about to start, and I clear my throat, and I'm all like this, and then all of a sudden I hear Akila go, "Fuck Facebook, man." I was like, "What? Okay, I'm down."
Seriously, fuck Facebook. It pissed me off.
Oh man, they piss everyone off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Conveniently going down on Super Tuesday.
You're right.
Oh, that was not weird.
A nudge, nudge,
No,
wink,
not
wink.
at all.
No, not at all.
Not totally planned or anything.
Totally not.
Oh, but
showing
you notice X and Rumble didn't go down.
No.
Yeah, well, they kept trying to say they were going to go down.
Oh yeah.
They were trying to like push them
did.
to go down.
Well, I got so tickled, and so X was like, the people over there at X were like, so Meta comes over here to X to announce everybody when their thing's gonna be back up.
You know what like really snapped into me? Like I was like, oh, Facebook's not working. I was like, oh, okay, I literally just clicked in my head. I was like, I'll go look at the websites, or the pages, whatever, the Fox News page or MSNBC, and to see what's going on here. And all of a sudden it just dawned on me. I was like, it's exactly what they're fucking doing right now. I was like, all of a sudden it's shut down for like 45 minutes everywhere, and no one can look at the news. And I was like, oh yeah, X. And I went and looked at the X, and everything was like right up and working. I was like, woo! Went right over to like Fox News and looked at like CNN, and I was like, see what was going on. I was like, ha, I knew it.
Yep.
I was
good stuff
because my favorite comment that I saw from the owner of X, who I think is cool. He was like, what did he say? If you can read this, that's because our servers aren't down.
That's great.
And I was like, you're awesome. You are awesome.
Well, I heard somebody refer to X as the Thunderdome, and I like that.
Great.
Yeah, I like that. Exactly. If you've got the guts to come to the Thunderdome, come to the Thunderdome, because it is rocking over there.
Gladly.
Speaking of Thunderdome,
we are over on the Thunderdome, by the way, if you guys ever want to go check us out.
Yes,
speaking of Thunderdome, I better do the intro. Hello, everybody. Welcome to You Can't Sit With Us. I'm Hex's Daemon. This is Hekya Daemon, and that is Mother de la Mort. And we are going to hell again.
Did I say my name right?
I like saying your name that way.
I don't.
Honestly,
I've gotten so used to doing this.
I love your name, and I like saying it. It's my way of saying your name. It's cute to me because you're my favorite, and I love you.
It's a love pick.
So.
All right, so guys, tonight we are talking about the gates of hell.
The gates of hell.
Wait.
I don't know. Wait,
which one is it?
The gates of hell. I love that button so much.
or I'm sorry.
Wait, stop.
That was Meta Tuesday morning.
Nothing to see here.
Just come in Tuesday morning. The gates of hell. It's all.
You can.
There it goes. That one you got to push twice. That's weird. The other ones you don't. I love my roadcaster.
Calvin said that's where his ex-wife is from, or ex is from. The gates of hell.
Gates of hell.
That's where mine's at, over there in the Mojave.
We weren't supposed.
And mine couldn't find it he couldn't find his way out of a paper bag. So
I'm pretty sure his ex is just slinging cats at people at this point. Kind of like that episode of Family Guy.
Cats and religious hymns or some
where
shit.
He's all like.
Well, and I'm talking about my ex, not about Oddfather. Oddfather's a keeper.
Oh, I'm talking about his ex too.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure she's slinging cats at people like with crossbows and shit.
At least do it with style and have like a catapult.
Just a freaking pussy flies by your face. What the hell? Ladies.
All of a sudden, it's just like,
just a blind kid. Damn.
What's that smell?
you get to pussy.
Oh, God. We have so many dirty jokes we have for the after show.
Well, let's get into saying hi to everyone who's here.
Hi.
Hey, Ivar.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, Tia.
Hi, Tia. They're in the living room.
Calvin.
Yeah.
Calvin, what's up?
Calvin.
Fantastic.
All right. Hello, us. Hello, me. That's where my
No.
all right.
My ex is from the flappy goodness of the roast beef lands.
I'm pretty
all
sure
right.
mine ate a human being.
Yours with his tiny upper mouth.
Yeah, I'm sure it took a while, but I'm pretty sure like he ate a whole human being.
What? Well, hold on. You're gonna have to explain a little bit. He ate a whole
really
human
fat.
being.
Jesus, babe, that hurt my soul. That was right to the bone.
I was like, this is content. He ate a whole human being.
No. He lost weight.
Oh,
And
okay.
then he gained it back. And then it looks like he ate another person.
Holy fuck.
Look, I am not fat shaming any other person but that fucker.
I'm so I'm like, well, okay. I had to step in here, babe. He's already down on the ground.
Oh, I hope he's in the ground.
With his tiny speed racer mouth.
And his eyes that are too close together, and all you need is one goggle. Hey,
That would make him a minion.
Alan.
Have you ever seen that Family Guy episode where he's like, I want to draw you? The guy's eyes were like this close together. He said all he needed was one goggle. Yeah, that's kind of, when you look back and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? It's definitely one of those moments.
I think we've all had
anyway. Yeah, I feel like we've all had those moments where we got tricked into thinking we liked someone that was a total fuckface. And now he's my stalker.
I must have been high.
Now he's stalking me.
I was
again.
drunk. I was really drunk. I remember that. I was a wasted drunk back then. I don't drink anymore. I literally don't drink anymore, but oh man. Woo!
All right. So tonight we're talking about the gates of hell.
Not the Hotel California at all. I don't know why that popped in my head.
I don't know either, to be honest. I will be talking only slightly about some of my experiences, but I have actually gone to one.
Nadine, what's up?
And we will be taking Odd Mother to the same one.
Yes.
So, Nadine, hello. Yes, Jaeger makes stupid things. I feel like just the whole fact of drinking Jaeger in the first place is the stupid thing. And then it makes you do yoga.
See, I'm that way with Irish car bombs. I have blackouts. Like, I don't remember what happened.
I love car bombs.
I just love beers so much. And I get real huggy. I'm
naked on the floor going,
yeah,
I don't know
look, either way, I'm pretty lovable. You just, one of the ways.
Look, happy drunks are okay. It's the ones that are like, I saw you looking at me, and you're like, I was in the other room.
Yeah.
No. I do get that way too. I'm like, hey, were you looking at me? And then like,
I like that.
Everyone's like, no. I'm like, and then I giggle and run off. You were, you soft.
He sleeps upside down.
I love sleeping upside down when I'm stoned or drunk or freaking on shrooms. It's great.
No, it's not, because I will get kicked in the damn head because you're gonna fight freaking iguanas in the Garden of Eden or some shit.
Well, see, you just need a furry wall. Then he'll be over there on the furry wall all night long, rubbing the furry wall.
Jeffrey,
the furry wall.
Yeah.
Have you seen Get Into the Greek?
It's been a while.
That's awesome. A good one.
That's a good
movie. That is a really good one.
Isn't there a song that goes along with the furry wall?
Yeah, something about like take the Jeffrey or something like that and rub the furry wall or something.
Why did my brain?
It couldn't be any worse than the Then the green fairy from Euro Trip. Oh my God, he's kissing his sister.
Shut up, shut up, shut up. Beats the shit out of him.
Have you guys seen that TikTok where she's all taste the biscuit?
Oh, it's cute. Freaking green fairy. Man, that shit's fucked up. Watching him make out with his sister.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Absolutely.
Here's a nickel.
Oh God.
Sir, I shall get my own hotel. I quit.
Who was the guy that was drinking Sambuca, absinthe, and oh God, what the fuck?
Oh, that was definitely someone going to hell right there. He's on his way to the first gate of hell. This guy literally mixed
Sambuca and absinthe, and I can't remember what the third one was, but the first two are bad enough.
It was like whiskey or something like that.
It wasn't.
How did he not like invert himself? Like his innards become outers.
My heart stopped for him. Like I was like, I felt that out. You know when you get so
as soon as he poured it.
You know when you drink so much hard alcohol at once and it just you have that heart-stopping burning feeling in your chest. That's what I felt for him. I was like, oh, I know that feeling he's going through right now. And he's gonna need to walk it off or he's going to die right now.
He did it on purpose.
Yep. I was like, oh.
I don't like any of those alcohols by themselves. I would not like them together.
Oh no, yeah, I do. Look, I am a lovable drunk, but on hard alcohol, I do stupid shit. Like I'm a lovable drunk while laying on broken glass.
Yeah, see, I can't do tequila anymore.
Yeah, I stay away from it.
I smell it and I'm like,
ugh.
I tried to fight somebody at a IHOP because they looked at me wrong. To be fair,
it'll make you mean.
Well, to be fair, their group of people said that there were only 2 people, right? And so we got this big table because it was somebody's birthday. And then all of a sudden they have like 10 people show up and they're trying to scoot on into their 2-person thing. And they're scooting us down our bench that we actually reserved for like fucking 12 people. And I kept looking over like, and I finally went, could you guys stop? And he came over and started staring at me. And I was like, if you look at me like that one more time, I'm going to stab you in the eye with my fucking fork. And he goes,
pretty clear.
And then he tried to say it was because he was a certain color. And I was like, look, I don't care what color you are. Black, blue, green.
How dare you be mean to me while I'm trying to bully you?
And I was like, if you look at me like that one more time, I will fucking stab you in the eye with my fork. Just letting you know. And they tried to get a server over. I was like, bring a server over. The server kicked all of them out.
Good. And I have to apologize for my cough. I'm trying to come down with something, guys. So just bear with me.
We had drive-by arguments. Oh, Reginald, I disagree. That's as much as I had.
That is like,
oh,
Everclear, Bang energy drink, and Gatorade. Alan,
let's just take the first 2 off and I'll totally drink the Gatorade.
I am so happy you are a Patreon subscriber for us, but I am not doing that. By the way, guys,
I'll drink the Everclear and the Gatorade, but not the Bang.
You can go on over to our Patreon, subscribe for $5.
Yes. And you get more content than most Patreons offer for the $5 fee.
Yep.
Well, you get lots of content, though.
You're going to see a lot of
excuse me.
neat stuff over there. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you open up a gate to hell right there?
I think I did. I have.
Yeah.
I haven't been feeling that great today.
18 gates of hell.
The 18th one is in my stomach at this point.
It's in your stomach.
It's that ulcer that's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't want one of those. Those they're not fun.
All right.
All right. What are we talking about?
Who are we going to start?
Do you want me
with?
I have just the Wikipedia. I'm just gonna say I got lazy with it. the generic one, the 7 gates of hell for I think it's like a Pennsylvania and like York County and stuff like that.
Well, and I think that's kind of the main one when people think of the 7 gates of hell is the Pennsylvania one always seems to come up first.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's the one where you can actually go to and you can actually find the first marker, right?
That's Hellum Township, right?
I think so. I think so.
Yes, in
Okay.
Pennsylvania.
So I guess I'll start off with this. My terrible reading skills. You guys are gonna just like. That's actually on a random note. That is actually something
Wow.
I am thinking of doing for the Patreon. Is me reading stuff poorly. So, all right, here we go. So, the Seven Gates of Hell is a modern urban legend regarding locations in York County, Pennsylvania. Two versions of the legend exist. One involving a burnt insane asylum, and the other.
Don't they all?
It always starts there. And then like 100 convicts or something like that, and one nun.
Or an orphanage.
Yep.
I don't know.
You got to be careful with the orphanages, though. You might create some Batmans. Sorry.
Or Banes, depending.
Yeah, Banes or Batmans, one or the other. God, we're fucked up.
Oh, I was about to say something else and I stopped myself. So
Oh, right. So, and the other, an eccentric doctor, both agree that there are 7 gates in a wooded area in Hellam Township, Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's right. So, and that anyone who passes through all 7 gates goes straight to hell. The location in question never housed an institution. The aforementioned doctor only constructed 1 gate to keep out trespassers, despite the popularity of this tourist destination. The property is privately held. Visitors may be charged with trespassing as a result. So this is like an actual place.
Mm-hmm. And usually when you see that written, they're usually pretty well on it, and you're probably going to get a trespassing charge if you try to sneak on there.
It's just insane that you can actually go and find, if you want to, if I mean, you go at your own peril, but you can find the first marker, and there's supposed to be 7 more. And once you find all of them, then you can open the gate to hell.
Yeah.
So, let me get on with this real fast. So the myth behind it, there are 2 popular versions of the myth, each with numerous variations. As I dropped,
what was that?
The battery pack. I'll get it in a second. The pack of double A's.
I thought it was a ghost.
So, the popular versions of the myth, each with numerous variations. One states that a mental institution used to be located on either Toad Road or Trout Road. Depending on the source, in Hellam Township, Pennsylvania, it was erected in a remote location so as to isolate people deemed insane from the rest of the world. One day in the 1900s, of the broke out. I'm sorry, I misread that. One day in the 1900s, a fire broke out, and due to its remoteness, firefighters could not reach the hospital in time to save it. Many patients died in the flames, while others escaped and were soon beaten to death. The gates roll into the story. The gates roll in the story. See, this is where I'm talking about. This is gonna be great. Me just reading things poorly. I'll do Shakespeare. I'll do Shakespeare and some Russian stuff with Russian names. Roll in the story. The gates roll in the story is disputed. Some say the gates were put up by the local search party to trap the remaining inmates. Others say that, completely unrelated to the asylum story, an eccentric physician who lived on the property built several gates along a path deep into the forest. Both accounts agree on only 1 gate being visible during the day, but the other 6 can be seen at night. According to the legend, no one has ever passed the 5th gate, but if they passed all 7, they would go directly to hell. So
see, this is interesting though, because like I've been reading a lot about myths and legends, and I can't remember who said it, but either I read it or it was something I heard, and they said that when you know when a myth or legend is most likely based on something very close to something along those lines, is because it really, I mean, it will mutate a little bit, but it really won't change over time. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty consistent. With like you've got two versions here, and that seems to stay pretty consistent. Whereas a lot of times you'll have all kinds of like, inflations of what happened. And I had a brother's uncle's aunt who disappeared because she went through. You'll get all that kind of stuff when it's usually just an urban legend. So I really wonder exactly what caused this? Like what is this based on? Especially if both of them agree on the gates being seen only at night, the other gates being seen only at night. I find that really interesting.
Well,
Hello?
one of the things. Hello.
Yes.
Uh-oh. No,
What?
we're here. I can hear you. How did you do that?
That's for.
Oh, sorry, Chief.
I distracted him.
She distracted me. I can hear myself.
Okay, hold on.
Give us a second here.
I was trying to figure out how to watch the Twitter and mute
Oh,
it at the same time.
okay. So, back on track here. Sorry. Well, you look at what what's his face, the guy we talked about in the last episode, where he practically drew his own death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And one of the weirdest things about that is
from Corpsewood.
yeah, Corpsewood. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He had to be in connection with something that said, "Hey, do this, this, and this, and you'll get notoriety or whatever." But you're also going to die horribly, and here's how you're going to die.
Mm-hmm.
So you come over to this. It's not far fetched to think, and especially this is roughly what is it? This would still be like the Appalachians, right? So it's roughly the same area, right? Or no?
Pennsylvania, I don't know.
No.
That would be a little further than I guess the Ozarks or something. Maybe it'd be.
Okay.
I don't know.
No,
Pennsylvania.
I do. Old Gods. Pennsylvania is a part of it because
it may very well be a part of it. Yeah.
That's how I know.
Let me look that up.
But
go ahead. I'm looking it up as we're talking.
I mean, it's not far fetched to think that someone else also had this connection with it, with
I guess they do.
Quite possibly hell, and said do this, and this will be a gate to hell eventually.
For the record, they do.
So
yes, it does. The trail section begins at Cedar Point Knob.
Did you see how
they go through Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania?
There's so many states between Georgia and Pennsylvania, and I'm like, yeah, see that totally makes my logic correct. The mountain range connection, guys.
Here we go. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia, West Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and Georgia.
A lot more than people think of, because when you think of the Appalachians, a lot of people just think south or southern.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it goes up through a lot of northern states. They are.
Alan said,
some of them are like completely different countries. Sorry for all my Vermont listeners, but
isn't that like
there's some? That's where that cult was. Yeah, in Vermont.
You know what? Though?
There's some odd ducks in Vermont. Sorry.
I don't like Florida, so whatever.
Florida. All right. I still got a little bit more to read. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's wrong? What are you doing?
Are you gonna read?
Huh?
You reading?
I can't read.
You can read.
Huh?
You gonna read?
I am so gonna just pee in front of you and stare at you while I do it the next time. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna creep you out so bad. oh, you're gonna be blinking at me like that while I do it. Believe me. So, in reality, there used to be a road in Helen Township named Toad Road. However, it was wiped off the map after a Hurricane Agnes in 1972. Toad Road ran along the Cordoas.
Cordoas Creek.
Cordoas Creek. Okay. and led to the Cordovis furnace. Codorus. Sorry, I see it now. The Codorus furnace. Today there are
the Clitoris Creek.
The Codorus furnace. It led to my ex-wife.
It's on fire.
Yeah.
Which may mean you need to go to see a doctor.
Yeah, just saying. She may need to go see a doctor too.
So, back to the
especially if it's running like a creek.
I'm going with it. The clitoris furnace. Have you wandered too far, traveler? Come into the clitoris furnace to warm your bones.
Ew.
Ew. Hey, Sven! Welcome to the clitoris furnace. The Codorus furnace. There we go. Today, there are multiple gates on this property, which is privately owned. Trespassers can be arrested and persecuted. The gates associated with
prosecuted, not persecuted. Everybody comes out with like forks and torches and.
Shame! You have offended our clitoris furnace. We shall shame you with the whips of
She's a witch.
Taste of all this slime of justice.
She must wear a C upon her breast.
Okay, all right.
Really, we posted that?
I saw it. I was like, I didn't post that. That wasn't me.
It smells fishy in here.
So trespassers could be arrested and prosecuted.
Even though I think that persecuted would be way more interesting though.
Right?
So the gates associated with this legend can be found alongside Range Road and end at the intersection between Trout Run. Wait a second. Intersection. I'm sorry. The gates
you're right.
associated with this legend can be found alongside Range Road and in at the old intersection between Trout Run, Range, and Toad Road. All can be seen day or night. Contrary to what the legend says, the dense wooded area known as Trout Run contains the ruins of a flint mill, likely mistaken for a burnt down asylum. The only detail.
Anytime I see a flint mill, I say asylum. Absolutely.
Do they look as
I don't know.
I don't. I was like, wait a second, is this a thing?
Yes, it's my turn.
Usually a mill, doesn't that have like a big wheel like on the side of it to like crush things inside, like on a big, rock thing? I mean, how could you mistaken that as an asylum? I mean, unless it's like some sort of
shucks, look at this.
It could be some sort of treatment, like the water treatment or something. That
would be waterboarding, and I think that's illegal. But I don't know.
Well, some people have to get baths that way too.
No, the cold water baths. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you could do a whole bunch of them at one time if you had one of those big.
It makes you feel fresh.
Just polar bearing.
You're just ready for the day after that.
Woo!
You're totally not going to cause a psychotic episode at all. Seriously,
sorry, I went way off on that one.
I really thought you were going to be. I really thought like the legit asylums look just like flint mills in the South. And when we came up to see you guys in the summertime, that you're going to be like,
I don't think we have flint mills down here in the South.
We're randomly going to flint mills, that
don't
even exist in Georgia. Well, that's going to be quite the trip. Actually, we're just going to be going out of state randomly to go see some flint mills.
I'd do it. I'm not going to lie.
Leave it in the comment. Anybody from down south? Do we have flint mills? I know we have grist mills, but do we have flint mills?
So
everybody goes look.
Everyone's all click, 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 click. The only detail to back truth up to this myth would be the fact that Dr. Harold Belknap His name is Belknap. What the fuck?
Better than Dr. Butts.
He's Dr. Butts and
Dr.
Belknap.
Butt Probe.
So a practitioner at Westside Sanitarium lived along Toad Road. He was not eccentric, but actually kind-hearted.
No, not at all. No, not eccentric.
Dude, he had a last name of Belknap. He was eccentric as fuck.
Maybe he tried to get away from it.
He had the worst OCD, I guarantee you. So, but he was kind-hearted, and Belknap would often make threatening signs for any trespassers. Wait, what the hell?
Threatening signs for any trespassers most likely interested in the legend.
So he did it.
But wait, now that's though verifying that the legend was there
before him.
That doesn't make any sense.
So the actual,
unless he lived really close to where this place is.
The legend is basically him basically making the gates to hell, but maybe the actual reality of it is they were always there. And he was trying to keep
I don't know.
Out.
Well, it makes it sound like either he's running them off the supposed property where the Flint Mill / asylum, burnt down asylum was, or he lived on that property. But the way he's saying is that people were already coming out there to take a look at it.
So here it also says too. So so basically, let me read it. I'll start over again. So Belknap would often make threatening signs for any trespassers most likely interested in the legend, with toad-related humor written on them. Too, so he was a dick too. He's my kind of guy.
I told you to leave.
Look, guys.
There is Flint in Georgia.
You need to leave.
Yeah, but do we have Flint mills?
I'm not sure.
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't know what a Flint mill looked like if it hit me in the face.
It may look like an asylum.
I wonder if Belknap
a burnt down one.
I wonder if Belknap put on one of the signs that he's all. There's definitely not a Flint mill at one of the gates.
Well, you do need flint to make fire, so.
So, where were we at? Okay, here we go.
Toad-related humor.
Toad-related humor written on them, which was how the road got its name. A related myth states that Hellam was named after hell. This is untrue as well. As it is a corruption of Hellam after Hallamshire, England. Corruption,
which means that area that's seen a lot. If a town, like especially up north, like Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, place like that, a lot of these small towns that may not even be in existence anymore, or they've changed names, usually started out as being somehow related to, like, say you had someone that came in, like a farmer or what have you, and built an area and people moved into it and it became like a small town or something. A lot of times they would name it after where they lived over in Europe before they had came over.
In Europe?
So, in Europe, yeah.
That's all I got on that, so that's it.
So.
All right.
Tag, you're
it. Dude. Well, I guess I could talk about the one I've experienced, I guess, but there is going to be an entirely separate show for this because we have so much damn information on this area.
I'm gonna get something to drink.
And I've been there, and hell, we might even do the show after going and visiting.
That would be fun.
Because I feel like it would be something that's like fresh in our minds, and y'all get to experience what I've grown up with, basically. But the gate of hell that I have been to is just outside of Whittier in Turnbull Canyon. I guess technically, like, that goes into Hacienda Heights and stuff like that. So it's not technically Whittier, but it kind of is Whittier. I mean, you go through uptown Whittier just to get there. So, I mean, to give you guys an idea of some of the stuff that we will be talking about, we'll be talking about the history that involves the Native American tribes that were over there. We're going to talk about the man who is the namesake, Robert Turnbull. We will talk about the Klan rallies that have happened up there, the satanic rituals and cults and stuff, and even some UFO sightings and orbs. But
Yeah.
oh, and there's a gravity hill there.
It's just like an amusement park of scary.
Yeah, I love it. It's funny because, like, as teenagers, we all used to go up there and just hang out and do things and just go check all these places out. The hanging tree and all this stuff. I think the only one that we didn't do a whole lot with was Gravity Hill, which is so weird that we didn't. But
I know that's like a total teenage thing. You know what
right?
I'm saying? Especially once you could drive.
We mostly
and then somebody winds up getting, run over and puts out an eye, and everybody gets in trouble. But
yeah, it's just that one guy, man. Always that one guy.
Always that one guy. Yeah.
He shot his eye out, and that's it. Ruins all the fun for me. So I was doing a little bit of digging and looking into like a little bit more information about the Gate of Hell that is the one I've been to. And it was kind of funny because I kept finding people going, oh man, it just led to somebody's backyard. Well, yeah, where did you think it was going to lead? This
hell, dude,
is inhabited. So yeah, it led to someone's property.
But we know from just the last podcast we did, weird things can happen on people's properties.
Oh yeah, so that's one of the things. So I'll give you a little bit of info on this guy, or that this guy had given me, and I wish I could remember the website right now. It started with an A. It was more of just like a was it a little blog that he had going for it.
Mm-hmm.
So he wasn't able to find any validation to this, but one of the rumors that we've always had was that it was like an asylum that burnt down, or an orphanage that burnt down, or something like that. Those are all the rumors that happen with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so this guy went digging for it, and he's like, I can't find any proof of anything. Like, I can't find proof that there was an asylum. I can't find proof that there was any kind of orphanage or anything in the area. And
well, it depends on how old that area is. Like, there may not even be documents that would say anything like that. Like, you would have to go locally and try to find something like that. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
There's another story about a teenager that like electrocuted himself so bad, like in the head.
Why?
Well, there was asylums and
he
stuff.
got a bright idea.
He had a bright idea.
I think he went out there with jumper cables and a car battery, and he's like, I want to see hell, guys, and just a little spark.
Yeah. So when we went, it really was just like this property, and the guy had dogs on the property. They're pretty big, scary dogs too. They now have a bunch of cameras. They must have when I was younger, but like they weren't as prevalent anyway when we were going. I always thought that the guy's place might have been like a drug house or something, just the way that it was set up with all the dogs and the different cages, and then the room that had the weird like lights in it. And
this is the place you're saying you could also like above it, like in the hills or the.
Oh, we can look at it from above.
Yeah. You could see you're in a normal neighborhood, like an actually rich neighborhood, looking down into this property.
Yeah. And I will say, like, going there, it was just scary. It has a weird vibe. It has like the air is thick.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things is that it was rumored to be the location of a sanitarium that was in the 40s, and it was reportedly shut down due to multiple cases of malpractice.
Mm-hmm.
They say before that it was an orphanage. They also say that they found the body of they found baby skeletons, and they claim to be unbaptized babies, though I don't know how anybody would know that.
I can tell you one thing where you didn't find unbaptized babies was on the summer sanitarium tour of 2000. when I saw Metallica for the second time.
But yeah,
Well,
so like
what I was gonna say about that though, I mean, again, I would have to look at this area, like really look at it. But do you remember when I did that episode on the Cabbage Patch Kids? That
yes.
actually related to the Irish immigrants. And
Yes.
how a lot of the Irish children were taken by train who had either lost their parents or their parents had given them up in like big cities like New York and some of the other places in hopes that they would get a better life. And they
Yeah.
did, in a lot of cases, go to, they weren't necessarily orphanages like we think of orphanages, but they would have been a home for children, which is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Kind of like the way, unfortunately, they did like the First Nations children, where they would take them from their parents to be educated. And I'm sure it was just as bad as some of these stories that you hear, like legends on about how children were treated in orphanages and things like that. But it could have very well. That's the reason, even though some of this same stuff sounds a little conflated, I can definitely see the truth that some of this was probably based on. And you guys' area is like like we've got haunts and haints and spooks. You guys just have straight up like high strangeness, like
They
you
come
disappear,
after you.
nobody ever knows what happened to you.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
we had Cabbage Patch Fields too, or Cabbage Fields.
One of the things that
we legit did. They're creepy as fuck, actually.
What? So, Turnbull Canyon was actually once referred to by the the Gabrielino Indians. So it was like San Gabriel Valley, as Hutu Kanuga, which actually means the place of the devil.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking rad through
it's
there.
A really cool place, honestly.
It really is a place for the devil, or a place of the devil, because every metalhead freaking loves this place.
Oh,
well, see, I would like to know what the backstory is on that indigenous like fable. Like, it had to have been at the very least some sort of cautionary tale because of something.
Well, one of the things that I can say is the sounds you hear at night there.
Do they have a pet cemetery?
They might as well.
I'm just saying.
Now I'm singing the Ramones in my head. Sorry.
Yeah.
We could technically be immortal. I'm just saying.
Just don't put them in aluminum foil.
Yeah, don't. That's one of the best episodes ever of Rick and Morty. They put Ben Franklin in aluminum foil and
bury the kangaroo halfway.
Put him in the cemetery, and he came out overdone.
So just to show you a little something, like for those that are viewing it right now, I know that this is our podcast. So guys, if you are listening to us on the podcast, go look up Turnbull Canyon, Hell's Gate, because I'm going to show an image of it right now. It's so innocuous, but that is it. That's
it's a lot greener than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Oh, Southern California is green. There's like a lot of areas like this. A lot of this places where you're just gonna walk off and all of a sudden you're just gone.
It's all tagged up more so than that, actually. And but when you get there, it's just everything is off. Nothing feels right. Everything is scary for absolutely no reason. It's just, you'll see when you get here. It's honestly, it's what I grew up hanging around, which is weird, but it's one of the Hell's Gates. That's so cool, I don't want to go too far into it, since we are going to do a show on Turnbull Canyon in general. So that's going to be a huge part of it, I'm sure. But since we're talking about the gates of hell, had to mention one of them that I've been to.
Yay.
And that's a cool one. I'm really looking forward to it. We are going to be so busy when we're finally able to get out there.
Yeah. There is so much stuff coming out.
I tell you, I've been studying those maps of Spawn Ranch. I know how to get us down in there so we can find the cave and the rock and the all kinds of stuff. So.
I actually might have been to the cave. I don't think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And right across from the cave is where the hammock was when
Oh,
they
no.
had their picture taken for was it Time or something? Or the New York
I think I know what you're
Times?
talking about. I have not been to the cave. This was a different spot, but it was on the
Yeah.
way out there.
Yeah.
So
Well, this is actually
I've been to the Hills Have Eyes.
You've
It's kind of scary.
been to the Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Manson, I mean, not to get off subject too much, but you know, Manson had, after everything that happened, they actually did move from Spawn Ranch. And I'd have to send you the information on where his other compound was, but it is so far out in the middle of nowhere that, like, there's still buildings and stuff standing. Like, it's not completely torn down like Spawn Ranch is.
yeah.
But
That's
I
right.
I personally would be terrified going out there because there is nothing out there.
I know when you get out there and when you get out on the 395, and especially in the middle of the night, it is
Mhm.
dark, black.
Well, you would have to have like a 4x4, like
yeah.
to get out
Even
there.
to go just a little bit off the road, like 100 feet off the road, you cannot drive the desert without a 4x4. It's insane out there. It's so desolate and it's just so.
I mean, it'd be cool to see, but it's a trek to get out there. Like, you could super get lost and like dehydrate and die before anybody would even know you were gone.
Sorry. I guess we should get to a few comments because there's a couple of new people in here.
Yes.
But Sven says satanic UFO, yay.
Yay. Did I see Al in here earlier? It was all yeet.
Yep, that's why I was all yeet.
Al, did you see the pictures I put up of
I put up too.
Yeah, that really good one I got of Jay Uso and getting ready to start wrestling Gunther. It was good. We had really good seats for that show.
It's Southern
It
California.
looked like you guys had a blast.
No, it is not.
Technically, it is.
Do you see what Ivar says? He's got a 4x4.
Yes, he does. Tyler Fleming, hey!
So,
how did the Battle of the Bands go?
Tyler, what's up?
They did a battle for Vakken.
Vakken?
Yes, and I haven't got a chance to check it and be like, how'd it go, guys? But he said I went to hell. It's in Belize, apparently. Say the natives.
Nice.
They speak German in hell, so spark.
Ivar, when I was going back
and
to get
pineapples,
water,
there are pineapples.
Yes, but you can't choose the small pineapple.
Ivar told me what a flint mill is. It's a textile mill. Yeah. So I was like, actually, you can. I've seen textile mills. They do kind of look like the old asylums.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get down here real fast. Hey, Karan!
Hey.
Hello. Have fun drinking. Stay safe.
Wait, what's going on? He's drinking?
He said he's out drinking so that, you know, he wants to stay safe. Or he
Karan,
he want to jump in and say hi.
Definitely don't go to Pennsylvania and try to find the first gate of hell. Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
So, like a compound, I don't know what that was towards, but I will answer that whenever I can.
I know, like a virgin.
You all have a great night. I need to go. Have a good night, nutty nutso. Unmarked graves, mostly kids of nuns and priests. Yep.
Haha.
Sven said it looks like his home in Belgium.
Wait, are you in Belgium too?
I don't know. He's everywhere.
Sven is everywhere.
You know what? Let's just.
He's like a spy.
Let's put Strudel Bean on blast here. First off, hilarious name.
Strudel Bean. Is that like anal bean?
I think so, because he wants to know why his poops are so stinky.
Definitely anal beans.
Why are my poops so stinky?
Eat better. Eat better.
You need some roughage.
Let's go. Yes, Ivar did go through the Hills Have Eyes, and they won't ever do it again. Get a tractor for the trip.
Yeah, but did you see the last house on the left, though?
All right. So the Hills Have Eyes. Like, I've seen the movie. Are we talking about like the real Hills Have Eyes, or is this some sort of like, I don't know,
when you go through,
I'm
sorry. When you go through, when we go through out to Spawn Ranch, it's the Hills Have Eyes. It looks like that's how desolate and
the picture. Okay.
Yep.
It's not a compound, actually. It's just a really big property.
What did PJ do?
I'm a witch, love. I know all about that. Yes.
Aw, you call me love.
I got
oh,
family.
stop, PJ.
I got family all over Europe, baby.
Yerp.
Yeah, Tia won't go. The real one. It's
Okay.
Well, it's not necessarily. It's the location. It's
Oh,
the
out
location.
through Arizona. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Legit was
Arizona.
actually filmed out there.
Yeah. And so,
I think I've been through that way because the 14.
What was the Hills Have Eyes based on, or was that based on Swanee Bean?
It was the Bloody Benders.
Was it the Bloody Benders or Swanee Bean?
Yeah.
Because they ate them, didn't they? Or did they just bash their heads in?
The Bloody Benders ate them, and that's I think.
No. Bloody Benders bashed their heads in. Swanee Bean's clan ate them.
So
Maybe
then it
it's
was about
both?
Swanee Bean
Swanee Bean.
because they were eating them.
Which
Yeah,
one got
Swanee
irradiated
Bean.
by nuclear fallout? The Bloody Benders. I think
Neither.
it was them. They got irradiated by
Neither. This was pre-Oppenheimer.
it was pretty obvious.
She was too terrified to stop for the night. Oh, come on.
I am death.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely cannibalism, but there's also a little more to it.
There was a little like.
Okay, fine. They weren't irradiated. They were just boning each other, and they were all related. Okay.
Exactly. Some inner chicka wow wow going on.
Canadian cannibalism.
Some interbreeding. There was some one-eyed babies running around.
3-eyed flipper babies. They
They
call him Blinky.
Oh my god! Have you seen the second movie to the remake? The
You
sequel to the
shouldn't play
remake.
with your food.
The part, yeah. There's a part in the sequel that the first remake was good. I mean, it was really
actually pretty
legit good.
good.
But there's
Yeah,
a
the first one
disturbing
was.
part in there, a grape scene that's very disturbing in the first one. Now in the second one, you see it coming, and it's fucked up, but you do kind of giggle because it was like, oh, here it comes, and all of a sudden he just like touches her, and he's all baby. I was like, what the fuck? You guys
Okay.
did
So
that.
I'm gonna put y'all on a challenge. So if y'all haven't already done it, talking about completely screwed up. Has anybody watched X on Netflix yet?
What is X?
It's a scary movie called X. It's
Mm.
got what's her face from Wednesday in it.
Oh,
Jenna Ortega?
Yes.
if it's good, we
It's
might
got
watch
her in it. Yeah, go ahead and watch it. See how far you get. And you'll be like,
Bleh.
like I can tolerate
Oh.
a lot of stuff. Not that one. Even though I like the premise, I like the idea of who the victims were. Like if they would have just done it a little bit different. But yeah. So go watch X.
I was stoned one night and I was watching some horror movie previews on YouTube, like doom scrolling through 'em.
You were stoned, really?
Yeah, it's nightly.
Oh my god, shocker.
I'm probably gonna go smoke again after the show.
All right.
After the after show. But I vaguely saw that and I was thinking I was wanting to see it. Now I'm definitely gonna have to go watch it.
Oh, yeah.
Is it anything like what was it, that movie, that French movie, Martyrs? Is it creepy like that?
I doesn't go
I can't tell you. I can't tell you.
All right.
I showed
Because Martyrs, I made myself watch the whole movie in one shot because I was like, I am not coming back to this.
Alan, I fell asleep watching X, then woke up like, what the fuck? I like chubby women, nom nom nom. I've already
go watch it.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
All right.
We've actually covered an hour. So when we go to the after party, I can just go over. I have a few of them from around the world. We can go over a couple of those and just shoot the shit. So if you want to come over and shoot the shit with us, Alan, you come on over. We're going to be over on Patreon here in just a moment.
Yep.
All right. So guys.
Yep. Go to our Patreon. What is it? The PBDC Collective Inc. Patreon, right?
It'll show up here in a second.
And subscribe at the $5 tier and you can see the after show.
Yes.
Yay.
All right, guys.
And
Are
lots
you ready?
of extra content.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you in a little bit.